Thank you for being here. And tonight I get to bring someone special to my life, my queen, and what she's done, who she's become. Actually, a lot of you guys didn't know her before she reached regional director. And for someone of what she was as an extreme introvert to what she is now, just been an extreme miraculous turnaround. And she's definitely not the woman I married. She's better. I got the upgraded version now. It's like the phone. I got 9.27 in the version now. So I'm almost to the perfect 10. So, but anyway, guys, she's got some stuff, and we've been hitting, and she's going to make you aware of the market. The energy market really made a change here in California. And what's cool about that is you don't have to live in California for it. And what you do have to be ready for, you do have to be ready to pivot. You do have to be ready to move, and you do have to be ready to take advantage of, yep, Sam's got it. Take advantage of the arenas when they come open like they have here in California. So if you don't have you don't live here in California, find out who does, because you're going to want to give them a call. So with that being said, turn this over to my beautiful queen.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Super excited. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so we make sure we have enough time so I can go through all this information together. So let me do this. Awesome. Okay, so if you chase two rabbits, you will not catch either one, right? That's a great proverb. That the concept is, if you do too many things, you get distracted and then you end up losing focus, right? So that, we're going to talk about customers. I am going to, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to cover what I talked about, like 2 months ago, where I said a tool that we had talked about as far as reaching out to people in mass ways by just a click through text messaging. And I will cover that at the end. Don't worry, I will cover that. But right now, let's talk about what's been on fire, honestly, and no pun intended, but the gas market on fire here. What's your target service right now in your marketplace? And that's where we talked about, you don't want to chase too many services, because sometimes you get distracted, right? So focus on a service in your marketplace that you feel is just like, I can focus on this, I know about it, I can talk about it. Okay, so right now our focus has been energy, because in the California market, it is crazy, whether we're PG&E or SoCal or Edison. I haven't checked San Diego, but we've been focusing on SoCal and PG&E markets. That's been our focus, because the savings is, especially SoCal, huge savings. If anybody's on the call in that marketplace, oh my gosh, you got to get on the bandwagon. It's incredible. So here are some ideas of what we've been doing and how we've been getting our customers lately. First, Reels. So the Reels, like Instagram, you can do it now on Facebook. So posted on, I posted on my Instagram Reel, and I created posts on my social media about it on several occasions. So you don't want to be like, I don't want to be known as the advertisement person, the salesperson. So I put my life in there, right? Put your life in there with the kids, with the family, what you enjoy. I love food, so you'll see posts of me eating food, things like that. But then I'll add in on the Reel the energy, right? And that's how I got one of my customers. In fact, so Mrs. Nicole, she ended up meeting up with me, and guess what? I signed her for gas, and I'm showing the business as well. So this is sometimes a step in, right? Is start with the service, and then we go into, we usually start with the opportunity, but in this case, we're focusing on the service just because the market is so amazing right now, right? People want to save, and that's what we're able to do right now. Okay. So she did a post, and it was awesome. She tagged me on it. So I didn't even ask her to do this on social media, but there was 2 people who responded, as far as, oh, one said, somebody asked, does she deliver to this place? And so I sent him a private message, and then somebody else said something, and I sent her a private message. So I'm in conversation with 2 of her contacts to possibly talk about, obviously, savings, and then give them some tamales, right? Okay, another way that we've done this is through, what I did is I sent out a text message. I've been doing this like nonstop through Messenger, Instagram messaging, and text messaging, okay? And it went something like this. Hey, friend, I decided to reach out because PG&E has done it again. They raised their rates on us. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't share and remind you that the company I work with has the option to lock in. We are currently 66 cents a therm cheaper right now. Can I send you some info? And guess what? Most of the people will ask for yes. Some people, honestly, they said no, that's okay, or I didn't hurt my feelings. But again, I'm just literally just sending these messages, personalizing it to them. And then this is the information I sent them afterwards. So if they said yes, I sent this information. And I can't take some of the wording. Actually, a lot of the wording I will say was my mom, and she's going to share a little bit. She's amazing. I'm going to show you some of her masterpieces. But so this is what, have you heard? PG&E posted their January 2023 gas rate. It went up to $1.37 per therm. It's highway robbery. That's not even including their delivery fee. Do you know what this means? You will be paying more if you don't choose to lock in with us. Our rate is only 71 cents a therm. That's 66 cents a therm cheaper. You deserve the right to choose what's best for you. Okay. And so then I indicate, and that was one of my posts actually, where I put the residential PG&E gas rate where it says $1.37. And then I put the fixed plans with the Sherlock, and I did that. And that's what actually got Nicole to reach out to me. And it was just on my Instagram messaging, the reel. And then this is just the tail end of the PG&E rates showing the spike, and then that. So that was something that I did. Now, I want to give amazing credit to Miss Luann Pinedo Madden. She is amazing. Find people in your marketplace, your team, sideline, it doesn't matter. They don't even have to be in your organization, that are good at stuff like this. My mom is amazing at creating information like this. So she created this. It's amazing. So I've been sending this to people when they ask for additional information. And it is absolutely incredible. I definitely want to give my props to her because she's just spectacular when it comes to this. This is a gift that she has, right? And then how's the email campaign coming along? I want to share this, and hopefully you're going to see this. I'm going to toggle real quick to something that she's been doing. Can you see that on there? Okay, so as you can see, she sends out email campaigns. You guys probably remember this. We talked about email campaigns. She's been doing this, and she does this to her customers. And I don't even know how many additional customers she's been getting, and she's going to share a little bit, but she sent this out. I'm not going to go through all the information that she's been sending, but as you can see, she put this together and it's amazing. There's her amazing grid there, right? I love that. And then her information, her little business card. Okay. So this is incredible that when you treat this business like a business, and guess what? People will come to you because they're going to see you as serious business owners. Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop sharing. And then I'm going to unmute Mrs. Luann first. Let me unmute her. Okay, Mrs. Luann. Okay,
I am unmuted now.
Okay, great. I would love for you to share a little bit just about the customers you've been getting, just some of the stories, how you've been doing it.
Well, I also sent out Christmas cards, and I have a list of my people that I sent out Christmas cards to. And that's another way to contact them to say, hey, did you get my card in the mail? Or if it's returned, then I say, hey, so-and-so, I sent you something, a card in the mail, and it came back. Is everything okay? And that's another opener there. But so I have over 700 emails that I have accumulated through the years. And I send them out through Constant Contact. You can use MailChimp or whatever platform or device you want. But, and that was just for gas. Normally it's a monthly thing where I include my grandkids and maybe a little video of Isla dancing because she's so cute. And and then what I've done is print my customer list and my husband's. And I've looked through there to see who's month to month. who's month to month on gas. And we highlighted all of them. And so far, we've got a hold of 4 people that went from month to month, which you could lose it at any time, to a 24-month lock-in. So that's 4 customers that aren't going to leave you for 2 years unless they move. But, and that's when I follow up, like, anything else you need, you know, so forth and so on. But I did get people calling me or texting me about the email campaign that you just showed. So, yeah, I created that grid and I kept modifying it.
Yeah.
And here it is.
I know, we show that. Awesome.
What I did
Uh-huh.
was, oh, I don't have it on this one. See, I keep modifying them, but I gave examples.
Yeah, we showed
Like,
that.
yeah, the example of what a family would pay if they're paying PG&E's rates, and what a family would pay if they're paying our rates.
Right, right. That was powerful.
So, yeah, I'm going to be following up on quite a few people. And so that's gone really well for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Luann. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
So she's an amazing customer getter, always has been, and she's sharing her gift. So ask people, what are you good at? Hey, can you share some of those tools with me? Okay, so the next person I wanted to share, Mr. JC. Let me unmute him real quick. Wait, where's he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, so ask to mute. Go ahead and unmute yourself, JC. Oops. Oh, sorry. Try it again. I think I accidentally. Okay, there you go. JC. All right, JC. Share a little bit about when you came over, what happened, we made things happen.
So pretty much every Wednesday, which happens to be my day off from work, I'm a barber full time, and then I work at ACN on part time around my schedule. So I go over to Mr. King's and Mrs. Rose Guerrero's house, and they pretty much tell me, like, advice, tips on how I could pretty much reach out to my followers on Instagram. So I utilized what Ms. Rose told me about sending that message. I already had a list of friends who I wanted to pretty much show, because they're homeowners, and I pretty much messaged them the text that she suggested, and just pretty much reaching out to them and asking them for the favor. And one of them actually is a client of mine that when I met him, I pretty much talked to him that I'm doing a business on the side, which is ACN. I pretty much talked to him about ACN, and he told me a while back that he was willing to help me to be my customer. And I went out of my way, since it's a new year, to ask for the favor. And we met up with him at his business with company with Mr. Chris King and Rose Guerrero. We talked, and he came to get a haircut and told me that later on that day he was gonna sign up, and he did. So that was one customer. And then the other one, I met him through a fraternity bro, and he would come to me to get a haircut, and I've been staying in contact with him on Snapchat, and pretty much sent out the message of what Ms. Rose Guerrero suggested, and he's like, oh, really? How do I sign up? And then I ended up getting him signed up 2 days ago. So that's 2 right there. And now that I know that how much the people are paying in LA, I'm reaching out to my cousins over there, and I have 2 aunts and 2 uncles that I got to reach out to, so I could help them save money on their gas bill.
Awesome. JC, good job, JC. And that gentleman that he talked about, Mr. Jeff, he actually started making a list of other people that he says, all I have to do is just say, hey, they're going to call you. So we're definitely going to be getting more than just that one from him because he knows a lot of people. Okay. So it's really good. Yes. Good job, JC. All right.
Thank you.
So then the next person I wanted to share real quick was Mrs. Evelyn. Let me see where she is. And then I'm going to go ahead and unmute you.
I should be unmuted, am I?
Oh, yes, you are. Okay.
I just can't, my camera thing won't go on, so I guess you guys don't get to see me today. I mean, I tried doing it and it says it won't because it's
No worries.
anyway. What was that, Mr. King?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yes, I want to give a big shout out to Miss Luann because one thing, like Miss Rose mentioned, from day one when she got involved with ACN, she used to be like our mother queen because she would always go to the back office every beginning of the month and start putting out everything that was different. Oh, Direct's doing this, doing that. You know, I mean, she has always shared with us really neat ideas and things to do. So, Luann, you know I love you. She has always done that. And it's pretty neat because she shares with all of us and we just start sharing with our team, you know, and she lets us know you could get this, you could get that, go promote this, go promote, you know what I mean? So shout out to Miss Luann. And Rose, what she's been doing is like JC said, is helping us and giving us little tips and stuff. And of course, like her text that she gave us, we can kind of change it up to the people that we know. So I started thinking, okay, because most of my customers were gas customers already. But then I had a few that I remember I was trying to get the spear and I couldn't get the spear. So I sent them to them. And one of them was another hairdresser that I switched different hairdressers. Whoever's going to be my customer, I'm going to give you business. So I do that. This is like the third one. But I take turns with all of them. Anyway, she said she was interested. She goes, but I have solar. And I go, solar's electricity, honey. This is gas. We're talking natural gas. And so she said, okay, well, let's meet up. So I met up with her at her shop and she was really enthused. However, she didn't have any, they didn't have Wi-Fi or anything there. So we started talking. She goes, well, why don't you just come to my house? That way my husband can, you know, check it out too. And I go, okay, that's fine. And I asked her just out of the blue, I go, do you still have that security company that you were using? Remember when I approached you with Vivint? And she goes, no, we don't. We have this other one. And she goes, and I don't like it. And she goes, and actually, I do want Vivint. I go, great. I go, then I'm your gal. I could do it, you know? And she goes, good, good. She goes, well, when you come over, we'll get Vivint and we'll get that. And I said, awesome, awesome. Now, what's really unique about her is she's about 30 minutes away from me, which is another small town, but she's got SoCal. And with SoCal, instead of PG&E market, they're literally saving like two like 2.25 therm per therm. It's $3.45 a therm over there. Now, I don't know about back east because they're probably high. I'm not sure. That's a lot for California. That is a lot. I mean, us here in little old Fresno, $1 something is a lot of therm. But $3.45, that's a lot that she would be paying. So she right away said, oh, absolutely, I'll switch and I'll become your customer. So I'm just letting, you know, I'm sure that's what Rose wants us to do, is let you guys know it is working. It is working. I've been posting, I've been finding people on Facebook and through my old phones and through my post PBZs or whatever that we used to do. And I'm sending them those same texts and we're getting results, you guys. It's really working. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And, you know, we're helping people. We're educating them as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Mrs. Evelyn. You're doing incredible as always. You've always been great at getting customers as well. Thank you so much for sharing. So let me continue here. So let me go ahead and share my screen again. All right. So back to my PowerPoint here. All right, so let's do this. So I have a video, actually. Let me do this real quick. I don't know if I want to play it though. Wait, done. It's a video that I did. I don't know if I'll share it. Let me do this real quick. This is the escape. Let me get rid of this bit right here. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. But that's another idea I did. I actually created, it was a minute and 11 seconds. So it wasn't even that long. But what I did, if you're friends with me on social media, you'll see it. Where's my PowerPoint? I think it's right here. Okay, I actually, on that video, I just shared, hey friends, I just want you to know the cost of PG&E therms are this much. We offer this much. For those of you who know what I do, you know I help people save money on their services. So I basically did that. Okay, so that's something you can do as well on social media. So I did that as well. Okay, so another idea is adding, I don't know if everywhere has it. I'm thinking every place has a Nextdoor app. Okay, so this is what my husband does. He's very good at posting stuff, and he's been adding a post on Nextdoor app. Now, the only thing about Nextdoor app is if you say, I can save you money, you're going to get flagged. Because if you say it's for you, they try to make money off of you. If you're like a contractor or whatever, they want you to pay extra as a business, right? So there's a way to do that. So this is what my husband did. This is what he posted. Morning, neighbors. With the prices we are all paying for PG&E, you have a way to fight back. PG&E is charging everyone $1.37 a therm for natural gas. I was able to get a locked-in rate at 71 cents a therm for a whole 2 years without any more price increases. That's a 66 cents therm savings in all my natural gas consumption. She said it was okay to post her info, Mrs. Rose, and there's my number, God bless. So that's what he did. And guess what? Evelyn started doing the same thing. She's putting my information. She's not saying it's for herself, but it is going to be for, I will help her with, it's going to be her service. So that's what we've been doing, helping each other, referring each other. And guess what? We have an appointment. I've actually been getting many calls from Nextdoor. One gentleman actually is signing up on, we try to do it over the computer, over the phone, had problems. So we're going to meet with him actually on Monday. We already met with him once. He was again through Nextdoor app. He's just an older gentleman, him and his wife. He felt better. He was like, I just want to meet you and so forth. He asked for a referral, and we gave him one of our gas customers who gave us a good, reputation, basically said who we were, solidified that. And so anyways, and then from that point, now he's signing up on Monday. Okay. And so that was one. Hold on. Okay. And so that was one. Then we have an appointment on Monday for Evelyn. Somebody from Nextdoor also called, and I've sent out probably at least 6 different emails to people with information for gas, whether it was SoCal or whether it was for PG&E markets. So it's just incredible what's happening with that Nextdoor app. So if you don't have it, download it.
Today.
And then today, actually, that's what the next one is to talk about it. Networking 101. So obviously you've heard my husband talk on the different, the networking, it's called Refer to Grow. So it's like a BNI, but they started their own. So it's Refer to Grow. And so obviously the idea is refer people and so forth. Well, guess what? This gentleman, he's amazing. We have probably over, I don't even know how many points from this one referral. So he referred, because Chris is always saying it over and over at his meetings, every single time. Hey, this is what's happening with PG&E. Hey, this is what he's constantly doing that. Well, we got a referral, and so from that, we ended up signing up somebody. We just came back from SoCal, or we went to Tulare. It was Tulare. So they were SoCal. We met the amazing older couple, amazing. And so guess what? They actually ended up, let me go back here. They actually ended up saying, hey, we hang out with a whole bunch of other people because they're retired. And where you're going to get so many more. What was the cheapest bill?
His was 340 was the cheapest.
340 at the table with all of them was the cheapest for gas. So he says, can we get, and I said, well, what would be best is, besides just like giving our names and numbers out, is if you get their permission and then give us their names and numbers, and then we'll call them. So they're going to do that. And they hang out like regularly. They meet and so forth. So we're excited because we're going to take over all of Tulare with this one service alone. Okay. So now, how would you like to be able to send a single message to all your prospects or customers? We can. And that's the one I was talking about couple months ago about that text messaging ability. And that is called, for those people who don't know, it's called the Reach app. So it's a free, there is a free version available, but it's limited to only 2 groups and 8 contacts. But I'm thinking you guys are definitely going to want the unlimited version. Version supposed to be version, not vision, but it's $5.99 a month. And this gives you the ability to reach out to anybody and everybody of your contacts. So what I'm going to do now is, let me share my screen again, and I'm going to do this, and I want you to see the, let's see, where is the, okay, make sure they can see this. Okay, so I'm going to play this video so you see how this works. It's so simple.
In this video, I will show you how to properly use the Reach app. As you open it, you will see the group screen. If you don't see it, tap Groups at the bottom of the screen. Here, you will add your first group. Click on the plus icon at the upper right corner where the arrow is pointing, and type the group name in the pop-up message. Let's call it Friends. Now the Friends group opens and we can start adding contacts. We do that by tapping the plus button on the upper right corner where the arrow is pointing. Your contacts list will open and you are able to select the contacts by simply tapping on the ones you want to add. Then tap Add at the upper right corner. The Send Via option allows you to choose the app through which the message will be sent. Use this to cater to your contact's convenience. Do they like to receive their messages by email or text? Then set it to default. Do they like to receive messages via Google Voice? Then set it there, and so on. If you set it to WhatsApp, then please make sure you read about the additional WhatsApp settings on our website, since it's still in beta mode. For this tutorial though, we will use the default setting. Use the To Address option to select the default recipient address type. If we select phone, it will send them a text message. If we select email, it will send them the message as an email. When you are done, tap Done at the upper right corner. Our group is ready with contacts. Now we can always go back and modify details. For example, let's open the first contact. The swirly blue symbol is the name template in this message. It is automatically filled with the contact's first name. If you wish to address the person differently, you can change it here. For example, let's address Andy by his full name, Andrew. The 2-head symbol is your relationship with that person. We can fill this field with whatever we want. For example, buddy, bro, sis, sweetie, etc. Or even just leave it empty. I will put friend. To save changes, tap Done at the upper right corner. Let's go to the second contact, Sophia, and also call her friend, and done. For the third contact, I will call him brother, and done. Now let's compose a message to the group. Click back and tap on the message icon at the bottom left corner of the screen. Then click the Compose button at the upper right corner. Let's type the first message. I will start with Hey, and I would like to address my group members personally by their names. So I'm going to use the name template icon. By using this icon, the message that gets to them will say, Hey Andrew, and Hey Sophia, and so on. Then I want to continue by asking, How are you doing today? And I would like to use the relationship icon too. This will be replaced by what we filled in the relationship field. When the message reaches the recipient, it will say, Hey Andrew, how are you doing today, friend? And so on with the other recipients. By the way, if any of the contacts are going to be addressed by their email, then add a subject line at the top. But since all our recipients are being reached by their text, we don't need it for now. Click Done, and then tap on the Send icon to send. All the members in the group are selected. If you wish to exclude any from this message, just tap on the contact line, like this, and they will be deselected. Remember though to reselect them when you send the next message by tapping on them again. If you press and hold on the name, a pop-up at the bottom will come up, and you can choose to select all or deselect all. This will definitely help you with longer lists. Okay, let's tap at the Send button again at the upper right corner and see what happens. The iMessage screen opens up. This interface is not part of Reach. It is the Messages app that was opened by Reach, with the text pre-written for the first recipient in the group. Notice the name template and relationship icons were replaced by the name and the relationship we defined for this contact. This will significantly increase your recipient engagement. And as a bonus, when the recipient replies, the message will appear in your Messages app, where you can continue on the conversation. To send, simply tap the Send button. Now automatically the message to the next recipient in the group pops up the same way, and so on until all the messages are sent. At the end, you get a pop-up that says All Sent. Simply tap Done. That's it. Reach is a wonderful way to personalize your messages and still saves you a ton of time. It takes only 90 seconds to send 90 personalized messages to 90 people. If you like this app, find the download link in the description section below. And
All right, so let me do this. Okay, as promised, that app has saved me so much time. I'm telling you what, I have done that to people. I've got people reinterested because I personalized it, put their name, so it seems like I'm sending them an individual message, okay? Even for IBOs, if you start having a huge team, which I'm thinking everybody should have or will have, right? So you can do that as well for your team to remind them about calls or information or whatever, and it'll go individually versus a whole group. And when one person responds, everybody gets the message, and it can get pretty annoying sometimes, right? Everybody responds. So this is a way to individualize the message. So, all right, guys, I hope you got good information from tonight. I wanted to share some of the things that are happening. Focus on a service, go after it, make it happen, and then talk about the business. Why not, right? And then use that Reach app, because it's gonna save you so much time. And this way you can keep track of all your contacts and you'll never lose them. All right. So with that being said, you guys take care. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody.